Hey there, everybody. It's Jerry here with All In Health and Wellness. Wanted to debunk something that I've heard by a couple of people now. Since it seems like since January 1st, everybody's got a health kick and everybody seems to know um, what's healthy and what's not. And so I just wanted to debunk something that I've heard multiple people say, and that is that pork rinds are healthy for you. So, I'm looking at my computer here. So let's just look at pork rinds. So what, of course, is a pork rind? If you don't know, a pork rind, and I'm reading this straight off the definition. Pork rind is a culinary term for the skin of a pig. It can be used in many different ways. It can be fried or roasted in pork fat to produce the snack called pork rinds. So it's the skin of a pig. Okay, we'll go into that in a second. So okay, so the amount of serving is per 1 ounce, which if you've seen pork rinds, they're not very heavy. So that could be a pretty good amount as far as volume is concerned. It's 154 calories. Okay, no problem there. I'm not one to calorie count. I'm going to tell you the calorie count is, if you're stuck on calories, you're missing the boat. So let's look at, so total fat, we've got saturated fat, polyunsaturated fat, and monounsaturated fat. Okay, so we've got all three of those, total of 9 grams. Not too bad. Not like, there's a lot of things out there that are fattier than that. Cholesterol, 27 milligrams, not a ton. Sodium, 550 milligrams. Oh, hello, that's too much. Potassium, 36 milligrams. You're not getting enough potassium out of that, so you're not eating it for potassium. Total carbohydrates, 0. Bing! That's why everybody wants to eat them. Because 0 carbohydrates, because everybody's scared of carbs. You need carbs. Don't be scared of carbs, okay? You don't want sugar as your carb, but you need carbs. 17 grams of protein. Bing! Another reason why everybody's eating it, because you can get 17 grams of protein in 1 ounce, and by volume, you can eat a ton of this stuff, according to what people say. Now, let's look at the micronutrients, because that's really what matters. So all you people that are out there looking at macros, I understand macros, and I understand the process of why you're feeling that way, because there's certain fad diets that are heavy pushing macros, okay? But like with the pork rinds, I'm going to show you why you're getting 17 grams of protein. That's according to a 2,000 calorie diet, which is some made up number that somebody says we're supposed to be on. But according to that, you're getting 34% of the protein that you need in 1 ounce of pork rinds per day. So hey, I don't have to eat very much, and I can get 100% of my protein for the day. Woohoo! Okay, here's the problem. Vitamin A, 0. Calcium, 0. Vitamin D, 0. Vitamin C, 0. Iron, 1%. And it doesn't give me the numbers on here as to like how many grams or milligrams or any of that, but 1% is small. Vitamin B6, 0. Magnesium, 0. Cobalamin, 3%. You don't need that one. So here's the problem with pork rinds. You're eating crap that's the skin of a pig that I guarantee you has stuff in it you don't need, because it's old skin. That's old cells. Those cells of that skin layer have 0 nutritional value compared to the other parts of the pig. They're storing up all the stuff that is being, excess toxics and all that stuff that's trying to get out of the body of the pig, just like it's trying to get out of your body. And if you don't believe me, horses sweat, cows sweat, every mammal sweats. Okay? So you're now eating that. Not to mention that, can we just make sure that they're clean before they're processed? Because what do pigs do? So, Where do they live? So here's the thing. How are pork rinds processed? You want to really talk about what's bad about them? Forget all that stuff. Let's say all that stuff was great. Let's say it had 100% of your vitamin A. Let's say it had B6 and B12 and B3 and everything. But as soon as they fry it in the grease, what happens is, because let me tell you, they're not frying it in the best grease in the world, which is still bad grease anyway. They're frying it in damaged vegetable oils, okay? And if you think that they're frying it and then getting rid of that grease and not using that grease again, no, they're going to continue to fry that grease and continue to fry that grease, continue to fry that grease, and put more and more stuff through it, okay? So, what's happening when you ingest foods that have been fried in damaged vegetable oils is those vegetable oils are a part of that food that's fried, okay, because they become part of it. You ingest that vegetable oil, it damages your mitochondria. Your mitochondria are basically the powerhouse of your cell. There's little cellular organisms inside your cell called mitochondria. They power your body. They create energy through the processes that they go through with all the nutrients that you feed your body. Okay? So if they're damaging the mitochondria, and basically it's breaking the mitochondria cell wall, and so the mitochondria are basically like, for lack of a better term, like a balloon that blows up. So they're damaging, they're no longer able to be used. Guess where most mitochondria are found? Or as far as is when you look at a cell, what cells have the most dense population of mitochondria? They're in your brain. They're in your brain. They're working their tail off in your brain. So if now you're damaging your mitochondria with the vegetable oil infused foods that you're eating, because if you think that you're eating something that's fried in grease and that grease is not becoming a part of that food, you're wrong. So now you're eating that vegetable oil that's damaging your mitochondria and making your mitochondria blow up, and most of your mitochondria are up here. Do you think you're going to have a problem processing how you go through the day? Do you think you're going to have stress that you can't get rid of because your brain's not working properly? Do you think that you're going to be able to process hormones properly? That you're going to be able to create everything that you need for your body to work properly if your mitochondria are getting damaged? Of course not. Of course not. It's basic logic. But it's also science. But it's basic logic that if you damage the organism piece of the cell that is creating the energy for the rest of your body to operate, for you to create hormones, for you to create neurotransmitters, for you to get up, walk around, process your emotions, for you to decompress, for you to sleep properly, for you to rest, for you to recover, all of those things, for you to regenerate cells. If you're damaging your mitochondria, you're damaging your body. So there's no way, there's absolutely no possible way that pork rinds are good for you internally in your cells. If you just look at the macros, they look good for you. If you're on a fad diet that's not going to work long term, they look good for you. But they're killing you. They're killing your cells. They're making you inefficient. And quite frankly, because most of your mitochondria are in your brain, they're making you stupider. So, or at least, well, maybe they're not making you stupider, but they're making it harder for you to be as smart as you are. Put it that way. Okay? So you're still smart, but it's harder for you to get to that level. It's harder for you to go through the day because your mitochondria are not functioning well. and they're basically blowing up at the cell walls, membrane walls. So, um, so that's the deal on pork rinds. It's really the deal on all fried foods. So when the lady at the register, which you shouldn't be at the register for a lady to ask you, or a guy, really a kid, to ask you if you want fries with that, if you're at a register where they ask you if you want fries for that, you need to say, I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong place, I need to go. Because those fries that are cooked in grease are going to wipe out your mitochondria. And when you don't have functioning mitochondria, the eventual side effect of that is, because your efficiency is shot in all your body systems. So of course you're going to have chronic disease because your immune system can't function well. Your body can't function well. And so you have chronic disease that starts to show up. All because of vegetable oil. So, picking on pork rinds. Sorry. But just don't eat them. And you might realize, if you stop eating fried foods, you might realize your brain works a little bit better. So headaches will go away. Your sleep will be better. But I know there's an emotional tie to that. There's an emotional piece when you start cutting foods out, especially greasy foods. But you can do it. I promise you, you can do it. Because once you start feeling the effects of it, you won't want to turn around and do it again. You won't. There's no way. You'll want to. Because your body will realize that it feels amazing. So, now, how do you deal with weight loss then? If you're taking away something that's zero carbs, and oh my gosh, I can lose weight quickly, because you're losing weight the wrong way. So, you need carbs. Your body needs carbs. Your body has to operate on carbs. There's a reason why people that operate in high physical activity, jobs, habits as far as exercise, high physical stuff, there's a reason why they eat a bunch of carbs before they go through a heavy workload on their body. Because your body needs carbs to create energy and process things. Okay? The problem is you get hooked on the wrong kind of carbs. So, I can help you with that. There's other people that I trust that can help you with that if you don't get along with me. But, you know, it's not about the macros, it's about the micros. You have to get nutrients. And like I said, there's absolutely zero nutrients in these pork rinds. In whatever there were in the skin of a pig, before it was fried, when you fry it, you knock them all out. They're gone. You kill them all. You have to have those micronutrients because that's what creates cellular health. And that's what your body wants. And that's what your cells want, is those micronutrients. So, harped on enough. Hope you all have a great evening. And be confident and be you.